Yes, there is something we are going to talk about the Nyeri governor, and it is a very detailed talk. Mutahi Kahiga. We are going to talk about Governor Mutahi Kahiga. But before we talk about that, I just remembered something, and I'll talk about what I've just remembered before I start talking about today's topic. And I will make two references. Reference number one is that when you are pointing a finger at me, three fingers are pointing at you. Of course, the thumb is holding them tightly to point at you. The other thing I want to say before I talk on a preamble is that Jesus told people, Jesus did not stop people from mob justing the lady, but he said, he who has never committed a sin, let him be the first to throw the stone. You see, he didn't stop people from throwing stones. He just wanted one person who has never sinned to be the first to throw. And according to Jesus, after that person has thrown the stone, others could join in. Then he looked down and started drawing on the ground. When he raised his face, nobody was there. So sometimes with these people who talk loudly, talk a lot. And yes, I wanted to make my own observation as an emeritus NIS on Kahiga's issue. But then after I left the house and I was coming here, I started thinking something. Is there something we are not told? Is there something that we are not told? Maybe there is a lot we are not being told. Now let me start with this. If you ask me, I do believe that the governor of Nyeri, the first governor of Nyeri died of cancer. That is a medical problem, we cannot talk. Then the third governor, Dr Gakuru, died in a road accident. From all the things that I look at that road accident, all indications are that it was a road accident. It was in a very, very quick, the vehicle was traveling very, very fast. And he was needed in a morning show. So he was rushing to be in the radio station early enough. All indications are there. But let me ask you, I'm not saying that he was killed. But then, by his death, Mutahi Kahiga, you are the one who gained most, isn't it? So, you become a person of interest. If someone dies and you gain the most, you gain 90%. Others like me gained, but you gained 99%, isn't it? Then you have become a person of interest, especially when evidence comes that Dr. Gakuru may not have died a natural death, an accident. Me, I believe it was an accident. But then, even though I believe it was an accident, let me ask myself a few questions. Question number one. There is this mysterious serial witness. He's always there when the accidents are there. That one raises concern. Two, after Dr. Gakuru had an accident, why did it take long for him to be taken to the hospital. I'm not asking you, Kahiga, Mutahi Kahiga. I am asking myself. Yes, you say that Dr. Gakuru had an accident, a road accident and whatever. Then, why did he, when he had an accident, why did he not be taken to hospital immediately? It took time for him to be taken from the scene of the accident to the hospital. Lastly, during the last few weeks or something of his life, he always believed that his life was in danger. He always believed that his life was in danger. And he was investigating very funny things in the county government. He had even reached a place where he could not share his food. He could not share his food with other people. He always believed that he can only share food with other people after the inquiries that he had made concerning stealing of money from Nyeri County had been investigated and the truth found out. And who stole the money? It was during the time when Governor Nderitu Gachagua was the governor. When Governor Nderitu Gachagua was the governor, there was a lot of stealing when he was in the hospital. And the person who was running the hospital, when he was in the hospital, the person who was running the county government was Rigathi Gachagua. Is it coincidence? Is it coincidence that Rigathi Gachagua, who was running solo the county government, when his brother was dying in the hospital, and a lot of money had been lost, to an extent that upon his taking over as the governor, he said there should be a big investigation. There has to be a big investigation to find out why money was lost. He was concerned that money was stolen during Nderitu Gachagua's time. You were his deputy. You worship the person who used to run Nyeri County government. Do you have anything to say about that? Then secondly, Dr. Gakuru was the best governor Kenya has ever had, Kenya has, and Kenya will ever have. Remember, I'm talking with a lot of emotions because I'm a Nyerian. I'm related to Tumutumu, Unia wa Munyoro. The late Dr. Gakuru had organized for various governors from the mountain area. He had organized for various governors from the mountain area where he said that actually, sorry, I'm talking with emotions. It had been planned. It was Dr. Gakuru who had planned that. He told those people that if we organize ourselves, Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri, Laikipia, Kirinyaga, they had their caucus. And it was planned that they will use they will use their own money They will not get. Nowadays, you find, look at Kiambu now. Look at any other county now. Today, you find that their people are not paid because the central government has not brought the money. Central government has delayed in bringing the money. Today, all the 47 county governments, they cannot even buy a kilo of sugar for their office unless they wait for money from the money from the central government. Today, there are so many things. Okay, listen to the county council of governors. Council of governors say, um, what do you call the money? The central government has delayed in sending money. Now our people, this and this has stopped because the money that was to come from the central government has delayed, or it has come in bits. If you look at the records, the central government has delayed. The central government has delayed in sending money for 3 months. That is what the people say. But what did Dr. Gakuru say? What did Dr. Gakuru say? Dr. Gakuru called this, he organized these governors, I'll repeat, the mountainous governors, and he told them, why don't we organize for an SGR? It was to, if he would not have died of the road accident, if he would not have died of the road accident, he would not, the governors for Mrima, they would have come together, organized their ways, don't ask me how, they would have organized their ways to have funds, they would have organized their ways to have funds and have an SGR. What plan he had was that an SGR would have come from Nairobi to Nanyuki, such that, you see, these things are very simple. Imagine Nairobi, a person who is staying in a, what do you call, in a flat, he's paying 25,000 shillings rent. Anakula sukuma ya imepandwa na sewage or kwa sewage. And he was thinking, if we have an SGR, first of all the Mlima people who stay in Nairobi, they can always stay in their home area. They can stay in their home area such that every morning you leave your home, your royal home, come work in Nairobi, evening you go back. There was an SGR which was to be made that way. And what about other people? Me, I'm a Mrima person. But other people, the Onyangos of you today, the Wekesas of you today, they would stay peacefully in Nanyuki, in a quarter acre. They plant their own sukuma. They have their own cow or anything like that. And every morning, they board an SGR and go to work to Nairobi. This is what Gakuru was planning. When he died with that. Why am I saying about SGR? Dr. Gakuru was a person who would mobilize money from the residents of Mrima and develop Mrima. But when he died, Kahiga, Mutahi Kahiga, became the governor. Mutahi Kahiga is a follower of somebody who used to loot Nyeri. Now, I'm asking myself, can we have an audit of, I have an interest in the Nyeri County government. Yeah, I'm 49% Kikuyu. I'm also interested in the Nyeri County government. Kahiga, can you look me in the eye and tell me that if audit is taken of Nyeri, it will be clean? Haujaiba kitu. Au that fellow of yours hamkuwa mkiiba na yeye, but then hata kama sio hivyo, a thief will always protect another thief. Mutahi, the person you are really supporting and going about and whatever, he really stole a lot from Nyeri County when his brother was the elected governor and sick, and he was the final person to do that. So are you doing that from the aspect of stealing? Well, in the second part of today will be my reaction concerning Kahiga's statement and the implications holistically to every, wanasema nini, kwa mapana na marefu. Have a nice time, my viewer. Thank you.